Coming up next on BBC Two, it's the Brad Woto stream. But first, it's time for...
What's under the orange flannel?
It's once again time. It's once again time to. It's once again. It's once again time. It's once again time for us. What do you think happened there? What's in it? What's under the orange flannel? What is it? A Lullafell picture. Tom Webster. I told the story about, I don't think you were there, but when Tom Webster took a picture of all of us and he pulled out the oldest phone I've ever seen in my entire life. Chopsticks. Broken chopstick. You two are weird little people who guessed the same thing. Magic wand, a butter knife, a butter knife. Any other guesses from the chat room? Let's see if you can guess what's under the orange flannel. Any other guesses? His phone was in a display drawing of a toothbrush, a pencil, or a spoon. A Darwing of a chopstick. What is the law behind the flannel colour change? I don't have any pink flannels left. They got lost in the move, I think. I have several other colours I could change it to. I'm doing it again. It's Sunday morning. Too much energy for this. What's under the orange flannel? Can they guess? The answer is no, because the answer isn't there. The answer was a slice of chocolate brownie that you're actually not allergic to. Guys, I made brownies the other day. I suppose I've got to wait for Toodle to arrive, haven't I? It's Sunday though. Will she even bother? Will she even arrive? Will Toodle show up? I found her. Why can't I make this music stop? Stop! Thank you. Jesus. Why wouldn't it? No more fun music. Okay? We've had enough. Hi everyone, it's Sunday morning. At the weekend I made chocolate brownies. I'll show you how they came out. Check this out. Pretty good for me. Second batch of brownies I've ever made in my life. The last time I made them I had HelloFresh. This time just straight up made it myself with a bunch of ingredients that don't make any sense because I can't have dairy and I can't have corn, which means I can't use stuff like brown sugar because that's got humectant in it. What's humectant? I don't know, but there's corn in it sometimes. So I had to make this fucking weird concoction. And it came out. It looked edible, and actually is edible. I'm gonna get a slice. In case you don't believe me. Dude. An actual brownie. I've done it.
Years of experimenting. Finally, all of the pieces came together. Finally.
Actually did it. The next thing I'm gonna make is Kyrie's peanut butter cups. Looks delicious, but also dense. Alright, fucking wasn't good enough for fucking theory then, was it? Oh, not good enough. Why do I share anything with you people? Not good enough, theory says. Look, it's pretty good for my first ever fucking attempt at making anything ever in my life. I mean, Jesus, don't share anything online. Have you noticed, guys, that I don't share as much stuff with you anymore? Remember how I used to be really like open and sharing and forthcoming? And you've slowly whittled me down to just fucking absolute hatred. Remember? Remember when life used to have some brightness to it? Yeah, so I made brownies and I had to make it with a bunch of like weird ingredients. It tastes nice. No, fuck you, theory. Literally, fuck you. Get out of here. You're not welcome here anymore. Just not good enough, is it? Nothing's ever good enough for the internet. Can't share anything. Don't share yourself with the internet, guys. You might look at some of the people online and be like, oh, it actually looks really like a fun job, and oh, it would be really nice if people paid attention to me. Oh, and you just get money for playing video games? It's not worth it. I swear to God, it's not worth it. Even if I was making billions. It ain't worth it. Especially if you have rejection-sensitive dysphoria. And I'll never share anything with you ever again. So, the rest of you that are, you know, here enjoying... You know, the experience. Oh, Brad's doing this. Brad, what's Brad up to? What did he make? Did he make something? Did he cook something? Oh, I hope he shows us a picture. I will never share anything again. And you can all thank Theory of Games. So that's what I did yesterday. I felt very unwell. Still feel. I feel fucking dizzy. Dizzy is the symptom of the week. Dizzy as fuck, man. I was cooking. I made a batch of chili last night. And I was cooking that, and because I was turning from the cooker to where I had all my ingredients, right? So I was doing this, and I did this like a bunch of times, and then almost passed out. was like, oh my god, I'm so dizzy. You know when you like never been so dizzy in your entire life? It was horrible. And then I was like standing there like, oh, but like the food was burning and I was like, I gotta fucking put the other stuff in here, but I don't know where I am, entering the fucking Twilight Zone. Dizzy as shit, man. It's also extremely windy. What's the wind speed at the moment? Wind speed, London, especially when I've got like a big flat expanse of the Thames River in front of me as well. Can you tell me wind speed on this app? 54 kilometers an hour. I bet it's more than that. And the wind, because I'm on the top floor, rattles everything on the top of this building. And it sounds insane. It sounds like a dragon is landing on the top of my building. And it's fucking weird as shit. I had to put earplugs in last night. I still have the dog here as well, and the dog is like, who the fuck is that, man? What the fuck is going on up there? There was a point this morning where I feel like the guy downstairs was like banging his window. And I was like, is he like broom banging, thinking I'm making all this noise? Knock on my door. So I can be like, just the wind. My favourite way to make brownies is with black beans. I mean, lying. Are black beans what I think they are? Oh, I don't know what these are. Yeah, kidney beans. Do we call them kidney beans? No, they're different. What's a black bean? Alright, first of all, you freak. Get out of here. It's just like me. It's super windy here. It's just like me. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah, the ingredients I had to use were mad. I couldn't use brown sugar. I had to use almond milk and what else did I supplement? So they're vegan brownies, but I had to switch out 2 or 3 ingredients. I thought there was another ingredient I had to switch out. I can't remember now off the top of my head. I could go through the whole list, but I don't want to. No dairy. There's no dairy in it, and there's no corn derivative of any kind in it, which is the most annoying thing to avoid. That Elohim? I'm gonna cry, dude. I'm gonna cry, dude. Man, I miss Elohim so much. I don't know if he's in here. Hello, Raiders from Elohim's channel. I love you. It's been a while. I know. I miss you. Maybe we should do something at some point. We should hang out. Me, you, and Ben. You still friendly with Ben? For all I know, you two have tried to kill each other by now. I don't know, dude. I hope everything's all right with you, man. I hope your family's good. Still in touch with Ben? Nope, we don't talk. Dude, see how I could sense that? I said it, I was like, we should hang out like the old days. And I was like, nah. I reckon they probably hate each other by now. Dude, that is how good I am at fucking... Alright, well, I'll find him separately. And I'll make 2 separate dates. Yeah, it's been a while, man. Come and play some D&D with us one day. You up for that? Want to play some D&D? Not this bullshit I'm doing. Some real D&D. You're up for it. I'm gonna jump in one of our table story games. I love some D&D. It's been a while, right? Yeah, I'll hit you up. See how you're doing. I was gonna reach out during the fucking hurricane, but then I was like, everyone's probably messaging you. And I was like, you know what? If he makes it through, I'll send him a message. And I still didn't. I get scared, man, sometimes when my friends are in these areas and I'm like, I haven't really spoken to Elohim in a while. But you know what else I think about whenever you know what, you probably need to go to do some post-stream care stuff. So you go get some dinner or go to bed or whatever you're doing. What's the time? You've been up all night? What is the time in Florida? Florida. I can't tell. Well, I can't fucking, I can't spell. We'll never know. Sometimes when I'm listening, so I have a playlist on Spotify, Elohim Before You Leave. And sometimes when I am listening to that playlist, this song comes on called Thunder Horse by Death Clock. And I discovered that song through you. I was just watching your stream one night and you just played it. You remember when we could play music on streams? And you played that song and all you did was play that song and just mosh for the whole thing. I don't think you just stopped playing the game. You just fucking started listening to that song. And I was like, what is this song? I didn't know what Death Clock was or like the whole lore behind it or anything at this point. I just added it to my playlist and it's been in there ever since. And every time it comes on, I think about you. If that means anything at all to you. Been going since 1 a.m. All right, man, go to bed. Go to bed. Yeah, it's the industry, innit, Elo? You remember that when you could discover new music? All right, well, welcome in. If you're just joining us from Elohim's stream, my name is Brad. And today we play D&D. Every Sunday we do a Twitch Plays D&D thing, which we'll jump into in a second. We're sort of in the middle of a campaign. I say in the middle. Chat play as a single character. And, Jesus Christ. Ratch's work account. Thanks for the 5 gift subs. But wait, don't gift subs yet because you can interact with the stream. This is the day that I try and make money on. I think I've just turned it on, so they'll count from now. Maybe, I'm not sure. Yeah. So we've been playing a D&D game. You know what? Those of you that want to watch and you want to play, should we just jump into the D&D game so that the raiders can get involved if they want? Welcome in from Elo's chat. Normally, I've just started playing Dragon Age on the channel throughout the week, but on Sundays we play D&D, and it looks a little something like this. I have a slightly new intro. Over the weekend, Shadow sent me a remix of the intro song, but didn't send me the lyrics with it. So I was like, I'm not going to try and guess all of them. I'll just edit a version of the intro that we'll use. And so here it is, Shifty Shylock. You'll see what that sub counts towards in a second. Thank you for the sub. Here is the intro.
Kind of tricks of shootery. Rice, Larry, Rice. It's time to claim a victory. Fight, fight, fight till the fight is won. Run, run, run if it can't be done. Hide, hide, hide till we're out of the sight. Rice, Larry, Rice. Let's roll the dice. Win, Larry, save us all. Spin, spin, spin on the magic wall. Roll, roll, roll till you know your call. Rice, Larry, Rice. Let's roll the dice. Let your legend be born. Fall, fall, fall with magic adorned. Soar, 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 always ready for more. Rice, Larry, Rice, let's roll the dice. Never surrender, never give in. Larry, step ahead and let your arrows sing. Lift your head and brace for dawn. Ready to rise. Rice, Larry, Rice, let's roll the dice.
That's right. It's time for Twitch Plays D&D. We have a few things going on, but we're right at the beginning of a new sort of part of the game here. You, the chat, play as the character Lyri. Now, everything was procedurally generated a long time ago. We made an entire world. We made a character, and ever since then, we've just been procedurally generating the entire campaign. Now, I run D&D games quite a lot of the time for a channel called Table Story, but for that, I usually go away and I write an adventure and I prepare a world and everything like that. For this, we've randomized everything. We randomized the world generation, we randomize the characters that show up, and we created the main character together. The main character is Lyri, who looks a little something like... Where's my Lyri artwork? There it is. This. Now, the players have yet to get to the first mission. The first mission was simple: go to a place, speak to a guy. And it just never happened. Due to some magical mishaps, teleportation, and a strange slip and slide down a tunnel network, they ended up on a completely different side of the world. And I started undertaking different side quests. Last week, they picked up a side quest which was the Restless Tides DLC. Retrieve the Heart of the Abyss Pearl from the Sunken Temple and return it to Irindra, the Water Witch, to prevent Kathlara from awaking, the Sea Serpent. And so that is where we pick up today from this campaign. Now, there is an interactive element that you may have figured out that is on the screen. Every 10 subs, we spin the wheel up there and something completely random happens. This is the one stream in the week that I incentivize. Otherwise, I generally don't really bother incentivizing anything on stream. This is my I need to pay rent stream. And there's a bunch of things on this wheel. There's encounters, potions, curses, quadvantage, gold, scrolls, and things like that. So every 10 subs, we spin that wheel. And I think at the moment, even though Lux said it was only lasting for 24 hours, subs are 35% off, or gift subs are 35% off, maybe. I don't know why. Does anyone know why yet? Why that's happening? Why they've done a thing, Twitch? I don't keep up with what's going on Twitch. Ratch, Shifty, Shylock, Nyanar, Nererin, and Gabriel have all been throwing subs at the wheel here. But on Friday, because I thought that it was only lasting 24 hours because of Lux, I said that we would do spins on Friday that earn towards the spins today. So we're actually going to start with 3 spins today. Fletch Kane, what's up, my friend? Thanks for the 61 months. Plum Rug, thank you for the 35. Save this for 4 days. Yeah. Just absolutely heart palpitations for me all week. So let's spin the wheel. Let's see how you begin the day. Lyri, as a character, has just dived into the water. The quest is to dive down under the water and collect the pearl, or retrieve the pearl. And we're right at the beginning of that quest, so we haven't actually begun that yet. So just before we get on with that, let's spin the wheel and then we can actually play the D&D game. And anyone, if you're new in here and you've never seen this before and you're watching from Elo's chat, then you'll figure it out as we go along, I'm sure, but you will be able to interact without spending money. You can roll dice in the chat room and stuff for free, so don't worry, there is ways to get involved if you are poor like me. Dud, my friend, let's see what this spin does. Thank you for the gift sub. Theory, get out of here. What did I tell you? You're supposed to leave. An instant long rest. This is useless. A dud. A dud. You are already long rested, so this did nothing. Nico, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Fletch Kane, thank you for the 10 gift subs. Jesus Christ. I appreciate it. It's all going towards all of the ingredients that I put into my brownie mixture this weekend. All right, another wheel spin. Second wheel spin. Quadvantage. Are you keeping the gift counter like last time? Well, I sort of have to because I can't refresh it. So, your next roll has Quadvantage. That means we roll 4 times and take the highest number. Here's the third wheel spin. This is from Friday. Show brownies. I did, and then everyone told me it looked like shit. Here, look, I'll show you on the screen. This is how they came out when they were cooked. And I've got one here that I'm going to eat during the stream. I think it came out pretty good. But everyone in chat said they look like absolute dog shit. And that I should never cook or try anything or share anything with chat ever again. So that's what I'm going to be doing from now on. It's the second time I've ever baked anything in my life, by the way. The second time. Here comes another spin. The third spin. This is from Friday. Then we'll do today's spin because you've already earned 2. Gold. Here we go. Now you can roll some dice in the chat room. Exclamation point. Roll D20. And the number that you roll is how much gold you get. And this is how you can get involved if you haven't got any cash. Currently you have 37 gold. 19 from Lux. Jesus Christ, Lux. There goes your best roll yet. They're going to be dog shit after this today, aren't they? So, sort of just appearing magically. You get an extra 19 gold. So you've got 56 gold in total. There from that. And those are your 3 spins that you earned on Friday. Done. Dunzo. Fucking hell. Dave, thank you for the 72 monther. Bew. FBI agent Bew. With the laser gun. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Chen, thank you for the 5 gifted as well. Jesus, you guys are fucking giving me loads of subs today. What the fuck? That's 3 more wheel spins already. Fuck it, we'll just go. This is all we're doing all day, is it? Fucking hell, Shadow. Alright, here we go. More gold. I think the sheet command image is outdated. Was the sheet updated with our upgraded elven bow? No, we don't upgrade the sheet until you level up. Until you level up. Because otherwise I have to do it every 2 minutes because you keep changing everything. It takes ages. I wish there was like a way that I could find like an interactive D&D sheet online. Maybe someone else can find it for me. We'll take the second roll. We'll take the second roll from now on so that we can flush out all the previous rolls. If someone can find a shareable D&D sheet that people can't adjust and ruin, and only I can do, or only I can affect it, I'll use that happily. But I have no idea. 15 gold. 15 gold, so that's 71 gold. Jesus Christ. You guys have made bank today already. Isn't there a D&D extension or something? I don't know. D&D Beyond? D&D Beyond! D&D Beyond has that feature. Okay, we'll look at it. Remind me to look at it at the end of the stream. We'll find a time to see if I can figure out a way to do it. Because the thing is, you're very close to leveling up anyway. You're at 823 XP of 900. So we can look at it then, and maybe I'll just change it over to like that link, whatever that ends up being. Let me spin here. You got 4 wheel spins, right? No, this is... You got 3 left. Yeah? What else you got? Thank you for the subs, everyone. Shadow PB resub. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, dude. Fuck. We didn't do all of this build up to teleport far away. We didn't do all of this build up to teleport far away. Did we? I'll let you tell. Do you want a full teleport? Here's what I'll do. I'll let you decide. Full teleport or nah? Yes. Random. Chaos. Let's fucking go. Nah. We did all that shit and we just have to come back anyway to do the side quest. The choice is yours. Full teleport or local teleport. What do you want it to be? I will let you pick. God damn. God damn. Why does nothing work today? What's going on with my internet connection? Alright, the choice is yours. You don't have to do the quest, no. It will unleash Cthulhu or whatever it's called, which may become a problem for you later on. Let me open the quest. Oh, massively, overwhelmingly. Nah. We did all that shit and we just have to come back anyway to do the side quest. Okay. Alright. Let's carry on. So we will start with a teleport, but you'll teleport within the dungeon, the pre-prepared dungeon, because we actually have a pre-prepared dungeon, even though I was like, oh, it's all procedurally generated. It is procedurally generated. It's just that I procedurally generated it ages ago, and you just took this long to get to it, because that's how Twitch Plays D&D goes. Pacing is non-existent. I can't pace this whatsoever. All right, how many you got left? 2 more spins? Am I right or wrong? I hope someone's keeping track of it. Shadow usually does. Another quad vantage. So the next thing is a quad vantage, and then the roll after that will be a quad vantage as well. And then the last spin. A curse. You just pushed it too far. You just took a little too much. A little too much. You just took a little too much, didn't you? Alright, let's roll a D100 and see what curse you get. 26. Anything experienced by the cursed while alone is entirely fictional. The only real experiences they have are those shared by at least one other member of the party. I don't even know what that means, but you're on a solo quest. Which means this thing that you're about to undertake, Leary doesn't even believe is real. I guess. Oh. It's gone. We're back in gone again. And you're diving into water as well. Speaking of which, a splash. As we begin today's session. Now, you equipped the Potion of Invisibility. So the way this works for any newcomers who might have just joined, to simplify D&D down in such a way that chat are able to play the game and it not just be like too bogged down with too many rules, because there's so many people who are playing one character, it is chaos. I've simplified the rules down, and you have basically got a hotbar in which you can equip a potion slot, a magical item, another magical item, and a spell scroll. The character is a level 2 fighter, archery specialist, but they do have a set of weapons that they can use too, and the hotbar here has these few things on, and then you have a bunch of different magical loots and potions and things. It takes an action to switch out your items. Lyri, this sort of Aasimar who's come from a military background in another world, in another continent, dives into the water and starts swimming down and down and down and down into the depths. They have an enchanted seashell amulet on, which is allowing them to breathe underwater temporarily. And so you don't need to worry about breathing underwater. You guys managed to sort of get the right equipment out of an encounter with a witch last week. Not only did you get this quest, but she cleared you of any curses and gave you this amulet as well. Kyrie, by the way, thank you for the resub. And then prepared and ready to dive down into the water, Lyri dives in and begins to swim down into the water. Now, the quest is to swim down to a temple that is deep underneath this part of the land. There is a sunken temple underneath Tidefall Isle, which is where the witch lives. And in that temple, someone has removed the pearl, the heart of the abyss, and in doing so, it has begun to awaken this kind of giant sea monster known as Kuthlara, this kind of kraken which is under the water. And if this creature fully awakens, it will cause disaster to the local area. So there's a sort of a win-win here. If you are good aligned, which I'm not sure if Lyri is. Swimming down underneath the water. Everything starts to become a little dreamlike for Lyri. Almost as if this isn't real. You gave Lyri derealization, which is a thing that I suffer from and is absolutely one of the worst feelings ever. Lyri starts to believe that this entire process, the further they swim away from the witch, from Snotflap, and even from Lancelot, who is up there, they don't know it yet. Lyri starts to believe that everything around them is not real. It is now time to swim down. You have 5 skill checks to make as you swim underwater. The first skill check that I need you guys to make is an athletics check. Now you have quad vantage on this, so we'll take. Oh yeah, you got to teleport actually. Hold on. Don't do it yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me roll a d5 here. This is where you'll teleport to. Well, I guess a d6. A 1. You teleport about 1 foot forwards One mean was that you stay where you are, and then the rest were the different parts of the dungeon ahead, and you just didn't go anywhere. Dude, you can't write this shit. It's insane. Right, make me an athletics check then. Time to swim. You're gonna have to swim all the way down. So we'll take all of the checks here. Exclamation point roll d20 in the chat room will allow you to roll. There's an 8 from Lolly. You have quad vantage, so we roll 4 times. We take 4 numbers. The highest is the one that we go with at the end. There's a 4 from Insta Rage. Can you beat an 8? Swimming down. A 9, vaguely. Insta Rage again. Keep rolling. One more. Can you beat a 9? Can you roll higher than a 9? Quad vantage. The first of 2 quad vantages you have today. A 2 from Shadow. No, you can't. Lux used up all of your luck. Okay, Lux. Never mind. Forget it. Okay, your first quad vantage gave you a 9 on that roll. Now, your athletics check skill is a +3, which makes that a 12, and the DC was 12. So you just about making it. You're swimming down here. The currents get stronger and stronger and start to sort of pull Lyri back and forth, like sometimes feeling as if they're trying to pull Lyri back up, sometimes sort of just pushing them completely off course, maybe pulling them further out to sea and away from where the Sunken Temple is and Tidefall above them is. But swimming down and sort of just stealing themselves, Lyri is able to stay the course and continue to swim downwards. Okay, it's now time to make a perception check. I believe you have dark vision. So, do you have dark vision? Yes. So you're good. So no disadvantage. So quad vantage, dark vision. I mean perception check. I still feel woozy and dying, by the way, so please excuse my brain not being on. Oh, an 18. The first roll there. You've still got to roll 4 of them. You take the highest one. You might be able to beat an 18, but an 18 is good. Can you crit? Really, you're rolling for crits here. A 13 from Digital Dan. No. Still an 18. Can you beat an 18? 2 more. Exclamation point roll d20 in the chat room if you want to join in. An 8 from Lux. Used up all their Lux. 1 more. Can you beat an 18? And we're taking the roll that comes up. Digital Dan. Wait, did you roll 2 18s? Who rolled the first one? Creepy. An 18. This is to spot hidden reefs and rocks to avoid, because you're swimming down next to where there are these, there's land. So it's not just an open stretch of deep ocean here. There are reefs and rocks and parts of the isle next to you, these kind of rocks that are jutting up out of the ocean at the top, as well as the side of the coast itself. So swimming down here and deeper, you do have to avoid reefs and rocks in the kind of pitch dark that begins to take place. Successfully, Lyri is able to swim out of the way of any dangers like that. Anytime maybe the currents pull them towards the rocks, they're able to swim away from it quite safely, avoiding any reefs and avoiding taking any damage. You've succeeded 2 out of 5 skill checks here, but you've used up your quad vantages. You have to succeed on one of the following things or fail the overall skill check here. I need a survival check to sort of successfully swim down towards the Sunken Temple itself, the area that you are searching for. A survival check from Lyri. You have a +2 to this roll, and we take the second roll from now on, so that we flush out the original rolls. we take the second roll, which devastatingly means not that 20 by Crassian. Or is it? Wait, hang on. Oh yeah, Dave rolled an 18. So a natural 20. I mean, it doesn't really give you anything. You don't really gain anything from this being a natural 20 other than that you completely successfully chart a perfect course down. Swimming down deeper and deeper into the water here, you recognize that below where Lyri is swimming, there is a shipwreck that kind of very much dictates where you want to be going, and allows Lyri to successfully navigate down to the ocean floor. That is 3 successes. So you don't need to do any more rough water checks here. You simply make it down to the bottom of the ocean floor. Again, the area here is kind of a rocky, dark-filled mess. There's all sorts of debris, and there is this huge sunken ship that is sitting at the bottom of the swell with all of these broken pieces littering the sand and reefs around where this ship has sunk. The temple entrance is very nearby. You can see a clear difference between the natural rocky outcroppings underwater here and something that clearly was masoned and chiseled into the shape of some large stone pillars. However, they're incredibly eroded and very overgrown with like coral and sort of underwater seaweeds and things like that. You vaguely see that the entranceway is covered in all these kind of dark algae pieces, and I think at this point I'm gonna need you to roll me a perception check, chat. Your perception is +2. And then tell me what you win. Tell me what you got. We have expertise on perception from the cloak. Is that true? Cloak of the Hunter is equipped, and you have expertise on stealth and perception checks. That's true. And do you have it done? No. Okay. Expertise on perception and stealth, which means you have a +4 to your perception. A 4, making that an 8. Alright. That means you don't see the creature approaching from behind. Which I think can only be a Sahagin. It can only be a Sahagin, can't it? Because you can't fight anything else. Swimming towards you through the water, you see this fish-like... Well, actually, I don't know if you do see it. Well, you see it eventually. There is this horrible fish-like humanoid. Strange razor teeth, eyes on the sides of its head, and strange fins and gills. Wielding a spear. It swims forward. Underwater, it just kind of goes... Hard to make out what it's saying, but I don't think you speak Sahagin anyway. Which means... it's time to roll initiative. Start rolling initiative in the chat room, and I will roll for the Sahagin. Sahagin rolls a 5 here. Now, underwater weapon rules. Let's see. There are certain weapons that work underwater. Otherwise, everything has disadvantage, right? Rolled a 1. With your initiative, that's a 3. Okay. When making a melee weapon attack... Damn! Bob. What the fuck? Good timing, Bob. Thank you so much for the subs. I appreciate it. They are 35% off today. So, if you want to get that wheel spun, today's not a bad day to do it, I guess. Save you a bit of cash. When making a melee weapon attack, a creature that doesn't have a swimming speed, either natural or granted by magic, has disadvantage on the attack roll unless the weapon is a dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, or trident. So what do you have to be fine? If this was non-canon, they'd be sorted. They've got about 48 tridents. You have a rapier, a longbow, a light crossbow, a whip, big flaps, great club, and that's it. So melee-wise, you will be making all weapon attacks with disadvantage unless you're able to pull something from the wheel. A ranged weapon attack automatically misses a target beyond the weapon's normal range. Even against a target within normal range, the attack roll is disadvantaged unless the weapon is a crossbow, a net, or a weapon that is thrown like a javelin, including a spear, a trident, or a dart. So you have got a light crossbow. So your light crossbow will function better than the elven longbow. However, the elven longbow is special, isn't it? It has an extended range on it, I think. I don't think I wrote it down. Oh, it's just in the thing, isn't it? The elven longbow is a +1 bow, magical bow, and the range is 320, 1280. So really your light crossbow is your best weapon underwater. Creatures and objects that are fully immersed in water have resistance to fire damage. Let's first spin the wheel and see what Bob has done for you. It's Bob the Baldy coming in. Could have been bad. A magic item. A magical item. Roll me a d20, chat. Let's see what magic item you get. And then tell me what you get. An 8. Ooh, a tonic that grants the drinker one animal aspect for 10 minutes, e.g. Eyes of a Hawk. What if I make it water-based? And what would that be? A mermaid tail? Fucking Kingdom Hearts? Eyes of a salmon? I think it has to be a mermaid tail. Doesn't it? Now, this is just a magic item that goes into your pocket. Not one that just immediately takes effect. So, we're just going to class it under here as a tonic of mermaids. A tonic of Kingdom Hearts. Mermaid's tail. When you drink this, you will get a swim speed of 60 feet. How do you calculate swim speed 5A? Half speed. Okay, so you've got half speed underwater, unless swim speed 60 feet. So in order to drink this, you're going to have to spend an action to equip it and then an action to drink it. So bear that in mind if you want to use it during this combat. It's useful while you're underwater, but maybe not right now. It's time for the Sahagin to attack you. This thing. Can it get to you? It's 45 feet away. We'd have to swim 40 feet towards you. What is its swim speed, please, Bradley? 40 feet. Swims up to you. Suddenly, a spear is thrust towards Lyri. Now your AC is 17. Let's see if you have the shield equipped. I think you do. Where is the fucking shield? Oh, it's the top one, isn't it? Because it's the... oh yeah, you have the super shield. So I'm going to say you do have the shield equipped. As this thing swims forward, it is going to attempt to attack you. And on a 17... makes it, breaks it. The Sahagin slices Lyri open, dealing 9 piercing damage. That is half your HP. Blood sort of leaking out from a wound on Lyri's side as it sort of starts to diffuse in the water around Lyri. You see the Sahagin go into a blood frenzy. The Sahagin now has advantage on melee attack rolls against any creature that doesn't have all of its hit points. It is now Lyri's turn. What does Lyri do? So I'm going to give you the classic options. You can attack melee. This creature is within melee range. You can attack ranged, and we'll say for the time being underwater crossbow. You can disengage and swim away. You can attempt to use the scroll. What scroll do you have? I forget. Oh, wind wall. No, I don't know if that works underwater. Use scroll wind wall. Move without disengaging. And then attack. Or drink the potion of temporary hit points. Equip Mermaid's tonic. I It would cost an action. And anything else... drink... oh, wait. Which potion do you have? You have the invisibility potion? Oh, yeah. You have the invisibility potion, not the other one. Drink invisibility potion. What else? Any other things that you can do? I'm overwhelmed. Any other options while I spin the wheel? Thanks to Shadow and Anonymous. Thank you for the gift subs, my friends. Something good will happen. Let's do this first so I don't have to type them out. But something good will happen after this. The shield is equipped. You can drink underwater? Of course you can drink underwater. Can we use intellect? If you come up with a creative option right now, you can type almost anything in the chat room. So I'm leaving the floor open right now for any sort of options. Action surge. Well, you haven't used your first action yet, so I don't know why. You can second wind heal, but we'll say that you're probably going to do that, right? Because that's a yes or no answer. Tell the creature it's a figment of our imagination. No, we're not taking the something goods yet. Listen to my words when I speak them, because I'm saying them for a reason. We're doing the... What action are you doing on your turn first? And then we're going to do the something good. The reason that I open my mouth and I'm speaking in a particular language is so that you can understand what I'm saying and my intention behind the words. Alright, you guys are fucking annoying. I'm just going to click go. So what do you do with your action first? Attack it with the rapier, and this will have disadvantage because you're underwater. Attack it with the crossbow, you'll have disadvantage because you're right next to it. You can disengage and swim away from it. You can use your scroll of wind wall. You can move without disengaging and then attack. You can equip the mermaid's tonic. You can drink the invisibility potion. Or you can tell the creature it's just a figment of your imagination. I'm going to have a bite of my absolutely disgusting brownie that Theory said was the most disgusting thing they've ever seen in their life. Looks pretty good, honestly. That's because it is. It's also extra good because the reason I had to bake it is because there's nothing out there that is like a sugary treat. I'm allergic to a lot of fucking shit. So I have to make all my own stuff using ingredients that won't kill me. So I keep having to... I'm just sick of cooking and baking things. But I'm getting good at it. Okay. Attack with the melee... attack with the rapier is the plan here. Let's do that first. And then we'll do the something good. And potentially action surge and second wind. So... Start rolling. Your attack roll. This is a +4 to hit. But you have disadvantage. So we'll take we'll do 3 rolls. The first one just to flush out all the old rolls. And then the highest of, or the lowest of the next 2. Right. So not that 11. Ignore that. The next 2 rolls. Keep rolling. Roll d20 in the chat room. So there's a 3. So it's already you've already failed, but let's see if you can get a natural 1 for me. A 6. So this is going to be a 2. This thing swims forward, slicing open a wound on Lyri. Lyri brings out the rapier, brings it back as if to strike, just sort of, I think probably muscle memory, instinctually, brings out this rapier, goes to slice at the Sahagin, and I think now we'll do something good. Just before it hits, because we can make it so that the first option here is transform this miss into a hit. So here you can suggest things. You've rolled something good, which means something good will happen. It can't be incredibly powerful, so it can't just be like we complete the dungeon, we win D&D. Something very minor, but is beneficial. And I am the arbiter of what that is. But you can throw out whatever you want. Water current pushes everyone around and away from each other. The creature turns out to be an illusion. Can you imagine having derealization and someone proves that it is actually a thing? Spellwind casts Healing Word on Lyri. I'll allow it. Snotflap is not with you. You are alone for this. Transform the Sahagin into a goldfish. This is a bit too powerful, isn't it? It gets distracted temporarily by a shiny fish. Fish Swarm blocks the next attack. There's always a bigger fish. It's too powerful. Just kill win D&D, you know. Foe gets blinded by the shiny rapier. Creature falls in love with you. Just annoying. It doesn't make any sense. Creature has a sack on his back for oxygen and we pop it. So stupid. The Sahagin's belly aches. Alright, that'll do. Away you go. You can vote in the chat room there by typing the number next to the one that you want to win. Something good will happen just as you're about to swing and miss this creature. Typing 1 will transform this miss into a hit. 2, a water current pushes everyone away from each other. 3, the creature turns out to be an illusion. 4, Spellwind casts Healing Word on Lyri. 5, it gets distracted temporarily by shiny fish. 6, Fish Swarm blocks the next attack. 7, foe gets blinded from the shiny rapier. 8, creature has sack on its back for oxygen, we pop it. Or 9, the Sahagin's belly aches. What happens next? I'm gonna have another bite. Oh. Okay. The creature turns out to be an illusion. Because Lyri thinks everything's an illusion. This is particularly horrible. Right. However, oh, you sweet poor little children. You'll be pleased to know that something good happens the Sahagin disappears. Well, of course it does, for it was but an illusion. But how many times did I say you can't just win this? You can't just win the fight. And yet, you thought you'd usurped me. You thought you'd snakily got around it. Oh, he left in an option where we just win. Floating down from the temple entranceway, the creature that was casting the illusion dispels it. You will now face the Sahagin priestess. The Sahagin was challenge rating half. The priestess has a challenge rating of 2. It's time to get real fucking creative, boys. And it's time to stop fucking around. You're level 2 now. That means you can die. And you have made a terrible fucking mistake. Haven't you? It is time for you people to start goddamn listening to me. It's time to face a creature that you cannot possibly defeat. It's time to play D&D. It's time to play the game. It's time to play the game. Lyri swings, the rapier passing through the illusion as it is dispelled. Before you, the Sea Witch, the Sea Devil, a priestess capable of casting spells, capable of swimming quickly, capable not just as a mage, but a warrior, appears and joins the initiative order. What does Lyri do? You no longer have an action, so you can do Action Surge to gain another action. We know you've got Second Wind. That will come up in a minute. But what do you want to do with this time? It's still your turn. Try to communicate. Yeah, you can. Try to communicate is the suggestion from Omega. Move, and I'm going to change the word move to flee into the sunken ship. How far are we from the surface? Pretty damn far. You swam all the way to the bottom. You don't have to disengage, she's away from you. Equip the underwater potion is an action. Try to intimidate. Bend over and kiss our ass goodbye. Piss self. Recognize the priestess god and praise it. Drink invisible potion. You don't have the action. Use bead of force. Don't have the action. Shoot the crossbow. Don't have the action. The choice is yours. You've used your action to miss your strike on the Sahagin. You can use your action surge here, Axon, at the top of this round, while I eat this thing. And at the beginning, you're not even in the dungeon yet. You can burn your action surge if you'd like. I've been too good to you people. This time a real DM showed up. You think Wax Steven would let you get away with some of the shit that you've gotten away with over the weeks? No. Monkey's paw. Whenever you fuck around, monkey's paw. Okay? Just remember that. I tried to be the good guy here. I tried to be nice to you people. And you blew it. You threw it all away. Right, who can break this tie? Fight or flee? Fight or flee? Flee. The plan is to flee. Swimming. You have 15 feet of movement. Because you've got half movement under the water. Into the wreckage of the ship. You now need to use the hide action. Action surge. Action surge and hide has been added to the list. The priestess begins swirling its spear, preparing a spell. What's it gonna be? I'm enjoying myself today. I got cake. I'm killing a character. This is what DMing is. This is my session. This one's for the DMs. Not the shitty little players. Stupid players think they're so smart. There's hundreds of you. And one of me. Action surge and hide. It's time. Roll d20 in the chat. Your stealth is +2. The camouflage... Oh, you do have expertise. It would have been lower. Give a +2 to this roll. And I can tell you right now, you've got to beat a 16, okay? Good luck. Good luck. Now, we don't take that 3, you'll be pleased to know. You got to beat a 16. That 5's not going to do it, Kumagi. That 5's not going to do it at all. Would you like to use your second wind? You can just type yes or no in the chat room. Second wind will allow you to heal on a bonus action. I'm guessing everyone's voting yes. Second wind consumed 1d10 +2, right? Yeah, probably. A 9, back at full health. Lyri swims away awkwardly, bleeding, leaving a trail of blood behind them. The priestess begins following Lyri with the spear, the tip of the priestess's spear beginning to glow with arcane energy, aiming at Lyri as Lyri dives into the wreckage of the ship. Once inside, Lyri kind of steals themselves, healing up to full health. I think they still have a wound, but they get the internal or mental strength to continue. That is the end of Lyri's turn. There's nothing more that you can do. You've consumed your action surge. You've consumed your second wind. I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw. I think. Yes. You have a plus nothing to this roll. The number to beat is 12. And we take the second roll, unfortunately, for that 14 from Digital Dan. Digital Dan's been rolling well today. It picks a number randomly. A 4 from Lolly. This is a failure. As this spell, that wasn't the sound I thought it was going to be, but we'll accept it, takes place, you hear this creature spinning its staff, pointing it, then following Lyri. The spell goes off. Lyri, swimming away, suddenly freezes in place. The priestess has cast Hold Person. Paralyzed. At the end of your turn, you can make another wisdom saving throw on a success. We did have some subs come in. Is it enough? No. But now it is. Joint Gifts and Durky Dirk praying. Praying on the wheel spin. Bus is in the chat. Here it comes. The wheel spin. Some gold. Roll me a d20, chat. I'll just take the first one that comes up. As Lyri's purse fills once again. $13. Bulging. 84 gold pieces in the pocket. Bribe the priestess. Lyri freezes into place. The priestess finishing casting their spell. Swims towards where Lyri is. 40 feet of swim speed. Will allow the priestess to swim here, swimming after Lyri, preparing to enter into the sunken, broken ship. It is now Lyri's turn. Paralyzed, just floating down, sinking in this wreckage. It's time to make me another wisdom saving throw. A +0 again. Try and break free of this spell. We take the second roll. So not that one. You'll be very pleased to know. Omega, I'm done. Rolling. A 4. Man, you guys are so bad at rolling. Lyri's luck is incredibly bad. A 4. You remain paralyzed. Shadow's hoping to save this with a wheel spin. Lyri continuing to sink here, struggling against the spell, but just unable to move, blinking wildly and nothing more as Lyri sinks down further in these ruins. Insta Rage, desperate for a wheel spin. Here it comes. Insta Rage and Shadow trying to save Lyri with the wheel. A Deus Ex is what we need. Get a magic item. It's not going to save you immediately unless it does something very specific. Roll me a d20, chat. You really needed that Deus Ex Machina, and you've relied on it several times, and honestly, it's weirdly come through. But not right now. David, desperate to save Lyri with a Deus Ex Machina. Thank you for the subs, Dave. Thank you, Insta Rage, Shadow, everyone else. I very much appreciate it. It's almost worth putting Lyri in peril every week, isn't it? Because this is sometimes one of the panic, desperate need for the 1 in 100 chance of a Deus Ex Machina.
Our luck isn't in rolling. It's in money.
Naiku with the 5 gift subs. Okay. First of all, we roll the the magic item. Let's see what you get. A 10, he said with a plosion. Oh, do you know what's fucking this? I almost don't want to tell you what it is. Because it's not equipped. It's a mantle of spell resistance. Dude. It's the mantle of spell resistance, which is insane. You have advantage on saving throws against spells. All spells. While you wear this cloak. But you're not wearing it. So it doesn't help you. You have to equip it. While it does appear in your items. It is not equipped. You have the seashell amulet and the cloak of the hunter equipped. The teleport would be nice now, wouldn't it? Okay. Okay, we've got another wheel spin. Here we go. Are they going to drown? No, you've got a thing that allows you to breathe underwater. You get another potion. Another potion. Not a Deus Ex Machina, I'm afraid. Potion of hovering. Is that a real potion? No. So appearing in your items is another item. It's really not going to help you much here. Might help you one day. a potion of hovering. Gain hover speed of 15 feet for 1d4 days. You know what, I'm just gonna say it's 1 day, because we don't really do days. You need a potion of priestess killing. You do have the mantle of spell resistance. Shadow's desperate for it. Here's what it looks like. That's a fucking nice cloak. Guys. The mantle of spell resistance. Acquired. You're just trying to pay it. Trying to pay to win. Okay, Omega. Shadow. Here we go. Ooh, that was so close to being another encounter. This is an instant potion. This one might actually help. This one might actually help. So this one will be that you, whatever the potion is that I roll will be immediately taken. Okay. Over. It's over. It's over. Call it. Call it. It's done. Grab the leg. Pulls it back. 1, 2, 3. Lyri, upon feeling the effects of this spell wind blowing through the area, sinking down, falls asleep. Let's see how this sounds. Nope. 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 Okay, forget it. Forget it. We're gonna use this song. We're gonna use this song because I'm not prepared. Sometimes when I'm vaguely prepared, I can be prepared. But today, I am not prepared. Fletch Kane wants to try again. I can tell you one thing. We've already left the scene. I can tell you one thing. We've already left the scene, Fletch Kane. That much I can tell you. But we'll spin anyway, because Fletch Kane is a very generous and loving individual who I love very much for giving me money. What do you get? You're gonna get something. More gold! Dude, you guys have got so much gold. I wonder if Sahagin are interested in gold. Do Sahagin like gold? Doesn't seem like it. Might get away with this. I don't think they're going to rob you. I don't think they're going to rob you. Start rolling. Let's see how much gold you get. Added to the amount of gold that you have already accrued today, which is quite a lot. What did you start off with? Because you're up to 84. Plus another 19. Jesus. So you're up to 103 gold right now. Maybe you'll be able to buy your way out of this. Sometime later. Sometime later, Lyri comes to consciousness. There is the sound of creatures talking. Now, Lyri does not speak Sahagin. Lyri speaks Common and Celestial, which is insane, by the way. Not understanding anything. I'd like you all to make me a Constitution saving throw, please. That's a +3 to this roll. So we just had a long rest with a sleep potion, right? No. No, you did not. What did you roll? An 18 +3. Okay. Now, check this out. Check this out. You are no longer underwater. You are no longer underwater. You recognize that your clothes are still sopping wet and that you are bound. Arms and legs bound and tied together around a large piece of wood. Underneath where Lyri is, hanging down from this piece of wood, Lyri finds themselves sitting above a large cauldron. The fire underneath it is not yet lit, but there are varying things inside the cauldron, none of which are fish. Bits of random red-looking meat, seaweeds, paprika, cumin, salt and pepper. All of Lyria's things are sort of piled up nearby. Lyria is simply wearing their basic clothing. The Sahagin say to each other, echoing in this cave, human chili. They don't seem to be aware that you've come to. They don't seem to be aware that you are currently conscious. Looking about just through sort of slightly opened eyes, Lyria can make out that there are 4 Sahagin in this room, 2 nearby that are discussing fine cookery techniques. Yes. And then 2 beside the kind of cave entrance, which seems to be masoned. It looks like it's masoned in the same way as the temple opening. The Sahagin seem to have taken a portion of this temple somewhere nearby and created a sort of home for it, or at least an area that they provide, they store food and cook food from, rather than trying to cook it under water. Lyria is currently bound at hands and feet above this cooking pot. Classic, you know, Pirates of the Caribbean looking moment. I guess the question is, what does Lyria do? And at this point, it really is just up to you, chat. It really is just up to you. I appreciate all the gift subs. I'm sorry that none of them were able to stop you from being placed into this situation. But thank you very much, everyone that gifted a sub during that. I don't get a chance to really freak out about it. One of the nice things about DMing while getting all these subs is I don't have a panic attack every single time I see one, because I'm busy. But I appreciate it very much. This is the best stream I've ever done because I'm eating and making money and winning. And you're losing. What do you want to do? Piss self to ruin the chili. You're hanging over the pot, yeah. It hasn't been lit yet. Ask if anyone understands common. Convince them we'd taste better with coriander. Try to wiggle out of the ropes. Insane person. Wait, what did I just do? Why is she saying that? I've forgotten already. The incredible technique of being too busy. Test bindings. Swing around. Give them Brad's famous brownie recipe. Non-dairy, vegan, non-corn, non-dairy. Ask to be hit with 4 sticks of butternut. The fuck is that, Jamaican? Ask to be hit with 4 sticks of butternut. Is that what you're saying? You're speaking to me in Jamaican right now? Shout that you will awaken something evil if they don't let us free. Finish a long rest. cooked alive. Okay, those are your options. I can't fit any more on there. Away you go. Let me see if I can find some cave sounds. There we go. Okay, the option is yours. What does Lyri do now? Tied up above a cauldron. This is so how I'm running my next D&D campaign, by the way. This kind of shit. You're all tied up above a cauldron. What do you do? Fuck you. Fuck you. Let's try the FF9 strat where we swing really hard and try to break the rope. Well, you're not in a cage. You mean when in 9 when you're in the fucking cage and you try and swing it? You're tied up like, what's his name? Captain Jack tied up. And he's being carried. Right? This'll do. Like this fucking style. Above a pot. About to be cooked alive. Like a pig.
Like the pig you are.
Snotflap would 100% just be sharpening the knives with the Sahagin right now, so it's actually probably quite good. Is this what you were referencing? Oh, we're not. We need this. So I want to watch this. Got me in it. What's it gonna be? It's me eating a fucking brownie. I'm enjoying myself today. I got cake. I'm killing a character. This is what DMing is. This is my session. This one's for the DMs. Not the shitty little players. Fuck those players, dude. Only DMs understand the pain we must go through. Okay, you're going to try and wiggle out of the ropes. Alright. Give me, I guess, an acrobatics check. You have +2 to this. Start rolling! Exclamation point! Roll a d20. So you have a +2. +2. Take the second roll. Not that 10. A 3. So that's a 5 overall, which is a fail. Attempting to sort of wriggle free of this thing. Maybe trying not to make too much noise or movement so as to draw attention from the Sahagin that are around. The 2 guards by the entrance and the 2 chefs nearby. You get the sense that these bindings are really well bound. There is no real wiggling free of the bindings here. Maybe taking a more forceful approach would work. Trying to break the stick or like trying to just straight up use strength to break the bindings might work, but you're definitely going to aggro these 4 Sahagin towards you if you do so. At the moment, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt that you were trying to wiggle free. But again, no guarantee that you will break them. But in terms of simply wriggling free, unfortunately, it seems these Sahagin know what they're doing. And they have bound you quite tightly above this cauldron. What does Lyri do next? Let's remove test bindings. You did. You can't seem to wriggle out of them. You can still piss yourself. You can ask them if they understand. Tell them that you taste better with coriander. Swing around would be fine. We don't need to give them Brad's recipe. I don't know what Jamaican stepdaddy was speaking at me, unfortunately. I am not the yardie I would love to be. Shout that you will awaken something evil. Yeah, you can allow that. Or you can finish a long rest and be cooked alive if you'd like. I'll allow that for sure. Any other options in here? We'll take a few more options if you want. The witch must be somehow watching our progress. Try to whisper and ask the witch for help. The classic D&D approach coming in here now. This is hilarious to me how players, every player, including me, will do this. You're like, can I try and push the door open? Yeah, roll me a dice. Okay. 2. Yeah, the door is budged closed. I ask God for help. I cast divine intervention. I'm going to get an NPC. There's an NPC with us, right? Get them to do it. I'm not playing this game anymore. I want to win. Every time. Every time. Players, you know. Hey, I built this entire thing for you. It took me 3 weeks to build this entire setup and whatever. Are you just going to get the NPC to do it for you? So I'm just playing D&D by myself. Okay, great. Can we edit 1 to piss to put out the fire? The fire isn't on yet. The fire isn't on. They haven't lit the fire, but they are still talking. It sounds a lot like let's just get that fire going and start cooking. Try to stand up with the pole and spin around, hitting them all. Okay, fine. There's your options. You've completely run out of ideas as to what to do. Incredibly embarrassing. This is the conversation we were having during Dragon Age the other day. If there isn't yellow paint on the wall, you have no idea what you're doing. And everyone will complain so much. Oh, they put all this yellow paint and baby us through these games. What's the point? But the moment that yellow paint's gone, you people don't know what the fuck to do you? If I don't give you the options of attack, run, cast spell. Dead. Typing takes time. That was on the screen for ages. No excuse. Type quicker. I'm foreign. I don't care if you're foreign. Skyrim would never. The chat room is split. Piss self. Ask if anyone understands common. Or try to stand up and spin the pole around, hitting them all. Can we get a tiebreaker here? Fuck it, they're going for it. Fuck it, they said. Alright. Okay. Okay. I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to do. You're going full fucking JRPG anime. The attempt is, and if I'm getting this correct, oh, you're just gonna try and get something good or a Deus Ex Machina. All right, Shadow and Kumagi spinning the wheel. Oof, next roll is a 20. What the fuck? Okay, fine. I'm standing up. Okay, fine. You want to play this game? Yeah? I told you I was trying to kill you, goddammit. You want to play this fucking game? Okay, fine. Let me eat this fucking chocolate brownie. Fine. Fine. Let's play this fucking game. You motherfuckers. Here's what I'm going to allow it to be. It's going to be 3 checks. Yeah. Three checks. The first is an athletics check to lift yourself and this thing up from nothing. Hanging. This is core strength, using nothing more than just core strength to somehow basically stand up from the air. Lifting yourself up, defying gravity, goat levels of defying physics, lifting yourself up. Then it's an acrobatics check to land that shit. Landing with an enormous fucking stick, this ridiculous tree trunk that you're hanging down from, this enormous branch of wood that's strong enough and large enough to be holding a human body on it easily and tied to. And then an attack roll. To hit all 4 of them. And it will be 1 attack roll, because honestly, if you pull this off, it'll be cool as shit. Okay? That's what you've got to do. Let's see if you can fucking do it. The first check, the athletics check. Let's roll and see how you would have done. It will be a natural 20. Let's roll and see how you would have done. A 9. Flipping suddenly, these Sahagin, they turn. One of them reaching behind him and pulling out 2 pieces of flint. As they're about to strike a fire up underneath Lyri, Lyri's body just wobbles upwards, the entire stick coming up with Lyri, flipping up into the air. The Sahagin, like, watching Lyri do this weird backflip up into the air. The stick coming just loose enough that Lyri lifts it up and into their arms, like a huge tree trunk of a weapon. Now up in the air, legs, arms, still partially tied around this thing, flipping up into the air. Leary needs to land. This is an acrobatics check. Serpent, thank you for the 5 gift subs, my friend. Acrobatics, you have a +2 to this. Don't fuck it up. Take the second roll. Can they do it? Is that a fucking 4? What was the previous one? No. Oh. Flying around in the air. Leary slams into the ground, striking their head and falling unconscious. Thank you, Plumrug. But you're too late. Let's see what you spin. A long rest. You get a long rest. You're at full health. You get your second wind back. You get your action surge back. Now, you did lose some HP. So we won't bother doing that. I was going to make you do some fall damage. Unfortunately, you fail the skill check. Or the skill challenge. Sometime later, Leary comes to. Slightly sort of wobbly for a moment. And the smell of something delicious. A delicious pot of delicious stew and... Wait a second. Me. The Sahagin are kneeling down. The 2 chefs. These 2 Sahagin are definitely in chef outfits, by the way. Right? 100%. There are 2 warrior ones by the doors with spears. And then there's the 2 chefs that are in these, like, chef... They've got the, like, the bear written on the front in Sahagin. One of them kneeling down as they just get this fire going. The second one chopping bits of ginger into the pot. As Leary comes to, a lump on the top of their head, cartoonish lump on the top of their head. Another wheel spin. Screams Shadow the Red God. Screams Anonymous. And scream the chat room. A curse. You try to challenge me, chat? You think you can face me? I'm filled with brownie. My powers have doubled since last we played D&D. Let's give you another curse then, shall we? I love how Leary thinks all of this is a dream, by the way. Actually, no, there's NPCs around now, so they wouldn't, would they? Just when they're completely alone. 62 is the curse that you have earned. Oh. 62. You can no longer read and write. Hit your head. Hit your head became Retrosphere. Dung. I suddenly want to paint Warhammer and infuriate my wife. Curse. The cursed forgets how to read and write. Hit your head. Does it make our magic scroll impossible to read? I'm going to say it does what it did last time, which is that you have to roll an Arcana check. We'll call it a DC 10 Arcana check. Because it's difficult. In my head, this is the way that magic works. It's partly... Because it's a scroll, it is kind of wizard-based magic, right? But that's not all that the magic is out there. There's divine magic and sorcerer's magic and stuff like that. And also, I think magic is imagination for some people. Not everyone's super smart. If I was able to cast spells, I wouldn't be a wizard. Because I would not... Maya would be a wizard, right? Because he can read everything and remember it for the rest of his life. I rely exclusively on feeling things out. I rely on intuition, whatever natural-based insight I have. Maybe some wisdom. But I pull from creation. I pull from my imagination. I'd happily be a warlock, but that's different. That's like someone gives you magic. If you're able to innately cast magic. So I think magic isn't entirely based on just whether you can, the scrolls, whether you can read them. I think some of it is innate understanding, imagination, weaving the spell. So I think whenever you get anything that affects your ability to read or write, yes, it's going to make it difficult for you to read some of the way that you've inscribed the writing. But there are runes that aren't language, and there is an element to this which is innate magic casting. So you have to pass a check to get over the reading and writing portion, which is the Arcana check, and if you do that, then you can cast the spell. But it does hinder your ability to cast that spell. If you're going to try and cast Wind Wall or try and use a scroll right now, until you clear that curse, you will have problems, potentially. I think we're cooked. Nice. Good one. Good one. Okay. You are beginning to be cooked. What does Lyri do? Now I'm going to say you can reattempt the skill challenge, which was athletics, acrobatics, attack roll. You've got to be successful on all of them. I'm going to say that's still in there. It's possible. You're hanging over the pot. The flames are cooking the pot, and your back is getting warm and beginning to cook. Have a there is no spoon moment. None of this is real. We can rewrite reality as we see fit. Okay, yeah, thinks they're playing in a PB campaign. Mistakenly believes they're playing in a PB campaign. Pee on the fire. Of course, there has to be a pissing option for some reason. Ask the witch for help. Dude, if this campaign ends in you being eaten by Sahagin, I'm actually going to be kind of happy about it, because it's kind of a sick way to die. You are not immune to fire damage, no. You actually have none of your things equipped, so you don't have, currently, the ability to breathe underwater or the camouflage cloak on you. All of your items are unequipped. Which is why I described them like nearby. Swing violently around. Weep softly. Oh, don't do that. You'll make me cry. Knock the pot over with our ass. Gordon Rams Sahagin comes out and seasons us. That seems like more of a thing that I decide than you, but it's not really a Leary. What does Leary do? Thing. If Gordon Rams Sahagin comes out, you're definitely dead. He's going to flay you. Can we use Windwall to extinguish the fire? You've not got the scroll equipped. Try to turn so the ropes hopefully are burned first. Can't really kick because your legs are tied to the stick. Bew just says, spin the wheel, bitch. Spin that motherfucking wheel, bitch. Alright. You don't have any magic yourselves, no. You can vote on this. What does Leary do? There's your options. You type the number next to the option that you want to go in the chat room, and I'm going to spin the wheel on behalf of CIA agent Special Operations Bew Laser Gun. My future wife. She plays those cards right. Oof. Oh, an instant potion. An instant potion. This could be a game changer. I mean, this is what put you in this situation, somewhat. But it could also be a game. I am not fucking kidding when I tell you that what just happened is unbelievable. I'm gonna pause this because we're adding a 10th option, which is use your third arm to push the pot. You know what? We're getting rid of all of this. Push the pot over. Use your third arm to undo the ropes. Use your third arm. Piss yourself. Any other options? Because you suddenly feel another arm growing out of your back. This third arm lasts for 1d4 days. 2 days is going to be the days before it falls off. It functions as a normal arm. I mean, I'm not making this up. I shit you not. That is what you got. That is ridiculous. The spell wind blows. Use the third arm to feel around the pot for a sharp bone. Any other suggestions on how you want to use your third arm to get out of this? If you're close enough to the chefs, when they aren't looking, make them fight amongst... Slap the chef to make them fight amongst themselves. Use the third arm to grab the top of the pot and do a backflip out of the pot. Drag one of the Sahagin into the pot. Use the third arm to drag ourselves into the air, spinning around, knocking everyone over with the pole. Scratch the itch that you haven't been able to get to, or just use it to stir the soup and help them. AKA, die. Alright. God, I can't believe that, dude. Bew to the rescue with this. That's unbelievable, man. I can't believe that you got that of all of the things. Look at this. You suddenly feel another arm growing out of your back. That is insane to me. I don't like that. That's like PB pulling the hermit during tarot. Oh, did you enjoy what was under the orange flannel? What was in the dark purse of doom? Was in fact my tarot cards. Let's pull one for PB. I'll close my eyes and think about PB. Close my eyes, think about PB. Let's pull another card. The Ace of Swords, PB. What does that do? What does that mean for you? I'll let you go away and figure that out. because I know that she's going to have a panic attack about it.
Don't bring your dark energy near me. Don't you dare do that. You could affect my entire day. I've got to run a show later.
Use your third arm to undo the ropes. I think this is a sleight of hand check, isn't it? I think that's what this is. PB would argue that this is a persuasion check because she doesn't believe in sleight of hand checks if she's not proficient in them. Sleight of hand, you have a +2. Start rolling! Exclamation point. Roll d20 in the chat room. Let's see if you can use that third arm. What does the Ace of Swords mean? Ace of Swords. Mental clarity, success, and victory. That's not so bad. You're going to have a good session of Deathless tonight. It's going to be a great session of Deathless. That's what that means. I also think I know what's going to happen. Not sure. This is how Gary started out, yeah. Did you just roll a fucking 2, chat? I mean, I give up. I think I just give up with you people at this point. Did you just roll a fucking 2? The rolls are so bad for you guys today. I'm seeing other rolls. There's a 15 in there. Naika Midori rolled a 20. The third arm pops out like a hemorrhoid and then starts trying to undo the rope. It's just too difficult. You know when you're trying to undo a knot with one hand and you kind of... You know when you're trying to undo a knot with 2 hands and you realize you need to use your teeth? It's that. But you're using this hand to try and undo this thing and it's just not having any of it. You can't undo the ropes. Any other suggestions? I'll leave these ones. Undo the ropes. Brad, best GM. Well, your words, not mine, even though I paid you to say it. Can we not keep trying to undo the ropes? No, I mean, in the spirit of that being just poor playermanship, poor sportsmanship, it's impossible. It's not a case of you failed because you're like, your hand went limp all of a sudden while you were trying it and then you rolled the 4 and then this time you're like, I'm just going to keep rolling until I get a 20. It's just not possible. You've tried. You've failed because it isn't possible to do. The reason it's not possible to do is you need 2 hands probably for this thing. Or a knife or something. So it's not really a thing of like... You don't just keep trying to do something when you fail it in real life. Now, some of you do, and honestly, I do as well. But really, you should... If you sort of try and do something that you recognize is not possible using, say, your hand, you'll go and get a wrench. You're trying to undo something and you can't do it with your hands, you go fucking get a tool or something like that, right? You're at that point, essentially. Okay, intimidate is also just an option on there. I was going to try and make them all be... Really, the only way out of this is your hand, but we can just put in block caps, intimidate. Or you recognise that trying to keep doing it will take too long. Yeah, they haven't noticed you doing this. I think they're too busy on their food. They're not expecting you to suddenly grow another fucking arm. So yeah, I think that like just attempting to redo stuff over and over again, I'll allow it every now and then, like with the skill challenge. I think it's fun that the option that you attempt to do it again because it was multiple stages and you failed at one of them is okay. But with this kind of a check, I think you straight up just recognize that your hand on its own isn't enough to undo the bindings around your wrists and ankles. Guys, if you're enjoying D&D and you want and you want more of it, well, it's out there for you. Oh, it's out there for you. It's called Table Story. And it's on tonight. Do you like vampires? Do you like it when you're watching a Vampire the Masquerade campaign and then the DM goes, fuck it, I'm bored of this system, I'm just gonna run my one again? Well, now you can. It's Deathless. Tune in to Deathless tonight to watch a bunch of vampires fuck around until the DM gets pissed off and throws one of them into a car, trying to kill them all. Deathless tonight at 8, 9 Central. Is it 8, 9 Central or would it be 8, 7 Central? 7 Central. I don't know. I don't know how American times work. It could be the finale. That's true as well, yeah. That would honestly be fucking sick. He'd be like, I'm done. See ya. You're dead. Fuck you. At 3, 7 Central. It's at 8 p.m. UK actually, so fucking get on my level. These fucking Americans. These fucking Americans don't know other places in the world exist. That one's extra funny because she's in Canada. Use third arm to feel around in the pot for a sharp bone. Okay, well, the water is beginning to boil here, so I think the first thing you need to do is make me a Constitution saving throw for this insane choice. Insane choice. Constitution saving throw. You have a +3 to this. Go. This is going to determine whether the water is boiling or not. Oof, there's a 1 from Chick Liver. We're taking the second roll. Keep going. Got to flush out all the old dead rolls that exfoliate the old dead skin. Exclamation point roll D20, David, in the chat. It's in the title if you want to copy paste it. A 14. +3. I think that the water isn't too boiling and also Lyri's strong. So you begin to feel around in here. I guess this will be... I think I'll allow a survival check for this, which will give you a +2 to this next roll. Lyri is a woman, they shower in boiling water. Well, Lyri is non-binary, but she's a she-they. They're a she-they, she's a she-they. So, I'll allow it. I will allow it. Remember, we rolled for gender at the beginning. But you're correct. And I will always allow that in D&D. If your character identifies as female, you have advantage to hot water-based rolls. Dude, the water that women fucking shower in is insane. Boiling a kettle and throwing it over themselves. If you even fucking get within 5 foot of it as a man, you will evaporate. It's like opening the Ark of the Covenant. Opening the Ark of the Covenant, you just melt. Unreal, dude. What is that? The amount of money I've saved on gas since getting rid of mine. Get rid of yours, lads. Get rid of them. Government. The government. What did you roll? You still rolling? No, you got a 9. No, a 19. Right? No, you're still rolling. Jesus, keep going then. There's a +2 to this survival roll. 19 sounds right. We'll take that. Thank you. A 17. +2. You do it. You do it. Bone dagger acquired. We're going to say you can keep this. Bone dagger. Okay. Do you have a dagger in here? No, let's just fucking give you one. Because if this works out, I'm guessing you want to keep this forever. You know why? Because a bone dagger is dope as shit. And you know it is.
The bone dagger.
Bone dice. Okay, you have a bone dagger now. It's not magical, no. It's literally just the bone of like a human. It's like someone's rib bone. Like a human man's rib bone. I said there were varying meats in there that were red meat. Yeah, but what if it was? You're gonna have to roll a something good roll. Was he a magical man? Roll a something good roll. It's the only way you get those things. Okay. What does Lyri do? Cut bonds with bone dagger, but I'll let you suggest some others if you'd like, because you could stab one of the Sahagin in the neck with a bone dagger is the other option, right? Kyrie's like, all right, motherfucker. Pulls out a credit card. We'll fucking see about that, won't we? 4 more subs. Dude, I hate that that's how many subs we've made to date, and I guess there is that % off thing, but it was just purely down to all that happened was that Lyri just lost a lot. Didn't ask for anything. There's no loot box or incentive in the wheel. It's just the basic wheel. I'm never incentivizing you again. Cut off third arm. Now you're thinking like a DM. Are they watching? No, they're completely distracted. That's why the music is like this. Taste the soup. The dupe. And then, I know, joint gifts, yeah. Be mean to us and we try and buy your love. It is annoying how that works. Piss. Okay. Obviously the piss option has to be on there. Away you go. Cut the bonds with the bone dagger. Stab one of the Sahagin in the neck with the bone dagger. Cut off third arm. Taste the soup. Piss. Choice is yours. Intimidate. +5 to intimidate. I mean, DMing the players when they're like, I surely get like a +5 to intimidation while I'm completely tied up with a human man's rib as a weapon, right? While these fully armed 4 Sahagin around me see me in this wretched state. No, you don't. Greg on Deathless. Greg and Orcish every show they've ever been in. Definitely Orcish, sometimes Greg. Mostly Orcish. Always Orcish. Sometimes PB. Sometimes PB when I say give me a sleight of hand check and she goes, but I'm proficient in acrobatics. Can I make it be acrobatics? No. But I'm a cat. Okay. Tune into non-canon every week. Tune into non-canon next week because it's already written. Wrote it while laying down on an iPad, so it's going to be the worst fucking session of D&D I've ever run in my life. I am proficient in sleight of hand too. Oh, okay. Can we intimidate the rope to untie itself? Now that I will always allow, because that's fun and stupid. That was like when Stella tried to marry the Oracle's Rest building. Cut the bonds with the bone dagger. Here's what I think happens. Here's what I think happens here. Here's what I think happens. Right now. The bone dagger. The hand reaches down slowly into the pot and starts feeling around. The Sahagin chef underneath it is far too focused on ensuring the correct temperature via the flame, moving some of the sticks and dry pieces of bark and wood around. The Sahagin that's like putting seasoning in turns around and begins to grab some other bits and pieces, preparing to add those to the broth as the third arm reaches down, adjusting the electric hob button, reaches down, finds a human rib. A big human rib. Maybe it was a Goliath or something, or an orc. An orcish rib. A rib from Matthew Orcish. Suddenly, with a speed unlike that which you could ever imagine and can only be seen in anime, lines of cutting, you know when like lines, you don't actually see anything, it's just lines that appear on the screen. And then, Lyri is free. Fully free. Spinning away off of the pole and onto the ground next to the pot. Lyri, armed with nothing more than a bone dagger, looks up. The Sahagin chef looks up and goes, the dagger comes down. Give me an attack roll. Give me an attack roll for Lyri with the dagger. Let's see what you have. You have a +4 with a dagger. +4 to this roll. You are armed with only a dagger. You don't have your armor. You don't have your shield. You do not have your rapier, crossbow, anything. Your AC is currently 12. You don't have a scroll. You have a bone dagger. You do have plot armor. Do you have a wheel spin? No. 4 more. 4 more subs. A 10. It's enough because you have +4 to this. The Sahagin's throat pierced. Cinematic strike. As the first Sahagin drops, the second chef turns around. Seeing Lyri behind the pot as the first Sahagin falls down, he pulls out a cleaver and throws it, flying across the room towards Lyri. I'm going to say this is a dexterity saving throw rather than him having to hit your AC, because that's more fun. Roll me a dexterity saving throw. You have +2 to this. A cleaver spinning towards you. What's it gonna be? We take the second roll. You'll be very pleased to know, Max. The second Sahagin chef. The other two at the door with the spears turn and see what's happening here. The first Sahagin bleeding out at Lyri's feet. The second one throwing a chef's knife. A cleaver spinning through the air towards Lyri. The two fully armed Sahagin with spears suddenly coming to attention. A natural fucking 20. Do you want to catch it and throw it back? You want to fucking catch this shit and throw it back? This fucking cleaver launches through the air to Lyri. Lyri begins turning at the right time. As the cleaver goes past their face, lifts up a hand, grabs it, spins around, and unleashes the cleaver. The third arm catches it and spins it back. Catches it, it goes diagonally into the front of this fishy Sahagin face. Falling down. Okay. I will now give you some options. What does Lyri do? The other two Sahagin with spears suddenly start running across the cavern towards you. Run away. Stand and fight. Recollect things. Those are your options. Tell Alexa to play Thunderstruck. Alexa, play Thunderstruck by AC/DC. Okay, Google, play Thunderstruck by AC/DC. Siri, play a Thunderstruck by AC/DC. Really hoping some of you are listening on like phones and TVs. Recollecting things. Lyri rushes over to the area deeper into this cavern, towards the Sahagin that are rushing towards them, sliding down, grabbing at the stuff, recollecting a few items. You have time, I think, to equip 2 items. Which 2 items do you equip? Now, you can equip the rapier, the longbow, the crossbow, you're not underwater, the whip, the great club, your armor, the shield, potion of invisibility, the seashell amulet, the cloak of the hunter, or the scroll of Windwall. That's it. The other options are in the bag. They're two. All of your other magical items and things are like within pouches and sealed away in your bag. The potions are in a little potion container. You'll get 2 votes. The beads of force are still within the stuff. You'll get to equip 2 of these things. And then you will be brought into combat. You will be rolling initiative. Potion of invisibility is the first item. What's the second item? What's the second item you'd like to equip? You have the bone dagger and a potion of invisibility. The second item. The next words out of my mouth after this are gonna be roll initiative. I think your shield does more AC for you than your armor. You're going to equip the armor. Harambe, thank you so much for the 48-month resub, my friend. Right? Does the shield do more? Let's see. Equipping the shield will take you from a 12 to a 16. Equipping the armor takes you from a 12 to a 13. Beautiful. So, Lyri slides down on one knee, leg kicking out, sort of jutting up against the rock where all of their stuff is, grabbing the potion of invisibility, back pocket, and shrugging on the leather armor. They stand up just as 2 Sahagin leap over the rock that is in their way, bringing up the bone dagger. These 2 Sahagin with their spears look down at you. And that's where we end today's session. Picking it up next week You're going to have to fight 2 Sahagin. It's going to be really hard, by the way. That's tough. It's a tough fight, and you are under-equipped. You've got a week to prepare. You have a week to prepare. Huddle together in the Discord D&D channel. And hope that you roll a Deus Ex Machina. If you give me 3 subs right now, you will get a roll at the beginning of next week, because I think you're only 3 subs off of 1, and we won't let those 7 go to waste from Kyrie and Harambe. And someone else who gifted one like way back at the beginning of the stream. How close are the enemies? They're literally right next to you. You're flanked. Flanked. I'm writing the word flanked into my notes. Legendary campaign, dude. Truly. I can't believe you got out of this one as well. With a 3rd arm. You do have a 3rd arm. I don't think it's going to help you much. 2 more subs. And I'll let you start with a wheel spin next week. Thank you so much for watching. Bob, Shadow, 1 more sub. And I'll allow it. There it is. Anonymous. +1 wheel spin. The 2 times Sahagin boss battle. Next Sunday. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. I very much appreciate everyone that comes out and watches the stream. I appreciate everyone who comes out and watches the stream and gives me money and spins the wheel. It does make it much more interesting and chaotic and fun. Hopefully it's a teleport. Yeah, I guess we'll see. We'll see how Lyri fares next week against the Sahagin. I'm going to go and make myself some dinner and then work on a little bit of table story stuff in time for a table story show tonight. Remember to tune into Table Story if you like D&D or tabletop RPGs. We have a show tonight called Deathless, which is vampire based. It's very good. The cast are excellent. The GM's okay. And they're in a very precarious position, which is exciting to... I'm excited to see how last week's episode kind of evolves. And we have shows every night on Table Story at this point, basically. So if you want to watch D&D every single night and want something to put on in the background, there you go. We've got you covered. I'll be back tomorrow with Dragon Age. At some point. Probably 2 p.m. when I normally start. But also, I have to give this dog back. So I don't know when I'm doing that. And I guess that's it. Thanks again for watching, everyone. I hope you had fun. I love running this every week. I'm kind of running 3 D&D sessions a week, and I'm sure it's not giving me some sort of brain aneurysm at all. Have a wonderful rest of your evening and weekend. I'll see you tomorrow for Dragon Age, next week for more D&D, or tonight on Table Story for Deathless. Peace, bye!